And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue wave.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A gain of 32 that time.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run it here with Logan, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Detroit! Come on, let's go. Leopard!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Detroit! All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down. He'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got it at the 15. A big-time third down play for the Ravens. 61 yards.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gun!
Back to throw here. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Detroit!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try the option right here on third down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and, boy, they were successful.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. With it on the return is Logan. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
Rashad Perriman off to the races. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
No. Check. Patriot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
And the blitz does come. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Bolden, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Let's go now. Hey, sub. Let's go. Ready. Blue 80. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Leonard Floyd leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
Second down, here's an option right. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now out come the Steelers. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jameis to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught out left by Perriman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over, is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The Ravens on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. It's brought in by Bolden. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Ready? Blue ready. Easy.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
Oh, Brandon. Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Gotta hold him to 3 to keep this. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ready? Blue ready.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Ready. Black 22.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready? Blue waiting.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them.